Hi, I'm Shamra.
And I'm Shandi.
And today we're going to talk about looking sexy and not desperate, which is really important when you're going through a divorce. You kind of want to get back out there and feel good about yourself again, and you definitely don't want to look desperate, although you might be.
And that's okay. Yeah. You just don't want to look it.
Exactly. Exactly. So we're going to talk about 4 rules that are easy to remember, and that will ensure that you look sexy and not desperate. And the first one is to dress for your age. And this is tricky because I think we both dress young.
Yes.
Often.
You don't, when you say dress for your age, it doesn't necessarily have to mean like if you're over 40 that you have to be frumpy. But it does mean that you need to be age appropriate. So for example, my 10-year-old daughter loves Abercrombie & Fitch. I love going in there. I love purchasing maybe 1 or 2 things, but I definitely know I can't wear everything that's in that store.
Right.
I don't have, the body that I used to have. I don't have a 20-year-old body, but there are some things that are really young and really fun that you can do. Also, it doesn't have to be limited just to clothes. Like dressing your age also means you can do ponytails in your hair, but maybe make them like longer ponytails instead of the short little cute, perky ones. So you can, it's a variety.
You can mix up. You can wear something that's very youthful and then wear something a little more conservative on top, which makes it more appropriate.
Absolutely.
And the other part of that #1 rule, which is dressing for your age, is dressing for your body. And that's tempting because often whatever is in style today is really cute on everyone else or many other people, but not you. So you have to also consider that.
Well, and I think that's part of being young is that you want to follow fads. You want to be like in fashion, stylish, and so you see something on somebody else or that like a movie star is wearing or whatever, and you think, oh my God, how fun, I would love to do that. But the reality is if it doesn't look good on you, you shouldn't be wearing it. It's just not, you need to find things that are figure flattering and accentuate your positive. If you've got a good, upper body, you can wear maybe tighter things on top and looser on bottom, or if you've got great legs, show off the legs, but cover up a little more, which actually I think brings us to our second rule, which is, it's moderation, I guess is what you could call it. But if you're gonna wear something low cut on top, then keep it a little more conservative on bottom.
Exactly.
Or if you're gonna wear something, shorter, then maybe a little more conservative on top. And that way you've got balance. It's a good moderation.
Right. And so if you have great legs, wear the short shorts or the mini skirt, and then wear a blouse on top instead of a bustier. And if you have a great chest, you can wear the bustier as long as you're wearing like loose, flowy pants or maybe a sweater over it.
Yeah.
And then now that we're talking about bustiers, another important thing to remember is, cleavage can look desperate and often does.
If it's not done right.
Exactly.
If it's not done right.
Exactly. So something to consider, and things to remember that are sexy, and I'm going to show you, and this shirt isn't exactly the right shirt to do it in, but off the shoulder, if you want something kind of sexy on top, which you can wear just a little looser and off the shoulder. Yeah. And this part of your body is not overtly sexy, but it's sexy and it's not desperate at all.
It's almost like leaving something to the imagination. Like you don't want to, what's the old saying? You don't want to give away the cow. They can have some milk, but don't give away the cow. There's something like that, I think, to get it.
Something like that.
Another thing with tops, like you can see what I'm wearing. You can have something a little more low cut, but there's a great product out there, and it's called Hollywood tape. And it's just wonderful. It's like double-sided, 2-sided stick tape, and you can just put it directly on, and then your clothes stick onto it. So you can have something that if it's a little bit lower cut and you're worried about like maybe falling out, you put the tape on and it stays. It's awesome. As long as you don't wear body cream. As long as you're not wearing body cream, so you got to be careful with that.
And the same thing with breast covers that you can just tape on. They have them now at Target. They're really affordable. You don't have to worry about your bra straps or anything like that. You just put them on and you can throw this off the shoulder thing on.
Definitely.
And it's very easy.
Yeah.
And so, okay, so we have three regarding clothes, but we also have makeup.
Oh, yes.
Because that's really key. And too much makeup can definitely make you look desperate.
You don't want to look like a hooker.
Right. But you do want to look a little more glamorous and kind of sexy maybe when you're going out. And that's really fun to experiment with. So we have one rule about that.
Okay, if you are going to do like a heavy smoky eye, which is really fun and it's very dramatic, it's great, but can't wear like a bright lipstick with it. You need to pick one or the other. So if you're wearing a really bright lip, do like a nice thin liner with a neutral shadow. Don't overdo the makeup, but do something fun. Do something dramatic that makes you feel it's exciting, you know,
Right.
like
So
something
you can
new.
you can make your eyes smoky, or you can make your lips big,
But not
you can't do
both.
both.
Can't do both.
Choose one or the other, downplay the rest, and you're great. It'll be perfect.
Yep.
So, and then this is the very last and most important rule for looking sexy and not desperate. And if you remember nothing else, this is it. And it's really about your behavior, not what you're
Definitely.
wearing or your makeup. And
How you present yourself.
How you present
How you
yourself,
present
and that
who you are.
don't appear to be trying too hard. So
Ugh.
I see this mistake all the time.
Shamra has a great story, actually.
Either you're laughing too hard or being a little too aggressive. And the very best thing to do, and it costs you nothing, you can like save your pride by doing this, is looking across the bar. And I know for many of you going through divorce, this is new, so that's why we bring it up.
Yes.
Because you haven't done this in a long time, of course.
It's almost like going through kindergarten again.
So looking, if you're looking in a gym, a bar, wherever you are, where you meet someone, and you stop your gaze on that person, make eye contact, smile, and turn around and start talking to your friend. That's it. You're done.
Yeah.
If the person's interested, they will walk over. You don't need to buy them a drink. You don't need to laugh too hard. You don't need to rub up against them. And you've invested really nothing. There's nothing to lose. It's so easy to do. It's simple.
It is easy.
It's so simple. You may have to do it once, a couple times. Not more than twice, though.
And kind of a spin-off on, because I absolutely agree. I think that a smile and eye contact are genius. Like those will take you places alone, because it's actually making someone else, you know, feel good.
Right.
To give away a smile, it's a really nice thing. But also, body language. Body language, your posture. I mean, if you're sitting there and you look, you know, kind of like this, you don't look very approachable. You know, there's also something about having your arms crossed.
And often going through a divorce, that's exactly how you
That's
feel.
how you feel.
Just make sure you don't look that way.
But you know what? Try a little game with yourself. See what a difference it makes sitting up straight. Consciously make that effort to, you know, during your day, whenever you can, if you're sitting there, sit up straight and see what an absolute difference it makes in your attitude. And smile.
Smile changes your
And there's
attitude.
another thing, another little game you can do. Let's say you're at the grocery store and you know how you sometimes will get eye contact with someone. Try smiling at them and see what happens.
Right.
Because
It
it
helps.
really, and it's kind of a fun little game that you can play with yourself, and it's confidence. It is a confidence booster.
And I have a lot of friends who've gone through a divorce and they say, well, no one looks at me, no one talks to me. It's because you're depressed.
Yeah, and you probably
people don't want to
look
walk up to someone
unapproachable.
depressed. Yes, you look unapproachable.
Yeah.
So as long as you smile, you've covered your bases, really. And if they're interested, they'll come over. So that's the last most important rule. Make eye contact, smile,
Be
look
confident
pleasant,
with yourself.
confident, and then look away.
Absolutely.